The Limpopo ANC's Mokaba region has joined calls for the scrapping of the step-aside resolution, and that's after a special Provincial General Council to affirm its policy position. Newzroom Afrika's Pelane Phakgadi actually caught up with the Mokaba chairperson and filed this report.
The ANC in Limpopo has came out quite strongly, of course, led by the chairperson, Stan Matawata, that there needs to be a refinement as far as the step-aside resolution is concerned. And speaking to Newzroom Afrika earlier on, Stan Matawata said that there is something wrong with the current form of the resolution and it needs to be revisited. Let's bring in the Mokaba regional chairperson, that is John Mbe. John, thank you very much for joining us here on Newzroom 405. The provincial chairperson has a stance that it needs to be refined. I'm sure he has worked to try and persuade the rest of the PGC as far as that is concerned. What is the standpoint as far as the step-aside resolution there in Mokaba?
Well, thank you very much, and thanks to the viewers. Mokaba region has been the first to actually realize that there's something wrong with this resolution, in particular also its own implementation, and because we feel that it is not inconsistent with the constitution of the country and the law of natural justice. So we have deliberated in our RGCs where we met this weekend on Saturday, and we have come to a conclusion that the step-aside rule must be scrapped, and the ANC must actually strengthen its own internal processes in terms of disciplinary processes. So we are of the view that the current situation put the organization into a vulnerable situation whereby everybody is looking forward to try and get somebody to be charged so that that person can step aside. But also we have also seen some elements where the step-aside rule is utilized to eliminate internal political opponents within the organization. And it is our view that while we all agree that corruption is a cancer that needs to be fought against, and all of us agree that it is actually a cancer that is eating away from the poor, what we need to do is to refine our disciplinary processes.
As we round up, talk to me about maybe 1 or 2 points as quickly as you can of those policy positions that you want to redirect in the ANC come conference.
Well, we believe that in terms of energy, South Africa and as a whole has been experiencing the challenges, and we believe that we need to really emphasize on the mixed approach, that of coal-driven generation as well as nuclear-driven generation, and also the issue of renewable energy. We should not try and emphasize, of course we must emphasize that we believe that with the resources that we have in terms of the deposits or reserves in terms of coal, we've got the raw material, and therefore we should continue in that particular direction.
That's the chairperson of the African National Congress in Mokaba, John Mbe, of course. And the fundamental issue on the step-aside, the resolution there from Mokaba is that it must be scrapped off completely. For Newzroom Afrika, Channel 405, I'm Phakgadi in Polokwane, Limpopo.